Alright, so this week's Tiermaker is FIFA. Now before I start, I'm going to talk about the games that are not on this list. So this is FIFA 07 onwards, and it doesn't include the World Cup games either, so that's another thing. In terms of FIFA, I've played every one since 2003. The thing is, with 03, 04, 05, I didn't have a console, I don't own those games. I played them at friends' houses for a few games here and there, so I can't properly judge them, but I did find them really fun. But I can't properly judge them. But the first FIFA game I properly played and owned was FIFA 2006, and that game had a demo, not demo actually, had the full game of FIFA 96 within the game. So FIFA 06 had FIFA 96 within it, which I played as well, so technically I played FIFA 96 as well through FIFA 06. FIFA 06 I'd put in B, I thought it was a pretty fun game, and FIFA 96 I'd put in a C. The reason for that is not because of the graphics. The graphics was really bad, but one thing I liked was it had a full 90-minute game. Like, you can pick the minutes obviously, but you could play a full 90-minute game on FIFA 96, which was pretty mad. The only thing was that game was really fun at first, but after a few games it just got really boring. So because of that, it's a C. But I did like how you could play a full game. That was pretty cool, and it was pretty fun. It's just that after like an hour or so, you're just like, yeah, let's move on. So FIFA 96 would be here, FIFA 06 would be here. As for the World Cup games, just the two, I guess. Did I play Brazil? Was Brazil just an add-on? Russia was an add-on, so like that's gonna just be part of FIFA 18, or FIFA 18 in some way. Yeah, there. Did Brazil have a game? I can't remember if it did, so I'm not gonna comment on that. But the World Cup games for 06 and 2010, I played both. The World Cup game for 06 was pretty fun. I'd put it in a C though. I didn't find it that amazing, but it was pretty fun. But the 2010 World Cup game, South Africa, that for me is one of the most fun FIFAs ever. Like, it's really up there. Like, it's underrated. It's really damn good. So that game would be in between Legend and A. I'd put it in A. Like, South Africa World Cup 2010 was an amazing game. It was so fun. The way it played was so good, and when you scored goals, the sound the net made on that game was so damn good as well. But it was, the gameplay was so good, and it had like every country on it, like 200 countries on the game, which is pretty mad. Like countries you never heard of were in that game as well. There was a lot of countries, almost every country, I'm pretty sure, maybe every country. I'm not entirely sure, but like you could do qualifying as well for like each continent, you know. You can control as many teams as you want. You can play your own tournament. Obviously it's a World Cup game, but like they had qualifying from like every continent, and like they had like 200 countries, so that was pretty cool. Like you could do a lot of like Road to Glory tournament modes. You could pick a country that never qualifies and try and get them to World Cup. It was just so many things to do on that game. For even though it was just international teams, there was so much to do on that game, and it was so fun to play with as well. The gameplay was so damn good, so it would be an A. Anyway, enough of that. Let's actually rank these ones. So yeah, let's just go in order of let's just go in order of this. FIFA 14. Headers were OP on this. Even Sonogo was good on this game. Yaya Sonogo hit 40 goals a season on my career mode on this game because headers were so OP. You just cross it in, and half the time, if you just had a tall guy in the box, he'd head it in. So it was pretty fun though. It was pretty fun. Hang on, it's not working here. Yeah, I have to do that sometimes. But I'm gonna put it a B. It was a fun game. It was really good. It's just that headers were too OP. Like for you, it was fine, but when it was scored against you, you're just like, because no one saves it. Once they get the header on, like no one blocks it, no one saves it. The headers were so they were too overpowered. FIFA 20. I'm sorry, but this might not only be the worst FIFA, it might be the worst game that EA have ever made. I'm being serious. FIFA 20 is that bad. It actually is that bad. The only joy I've got is Pro Clubs. I've enjoyed Pro Clubs, and I've liked career mode a bit, but oh my word, what have they done? This is the worst EA game in my opinion. I'm being serious. Not just FIFA, but worst EA game, I'm telling you. I haven't even played every EA game, and I'm telling you it's that bad. FIFA 07. This was pretty fun. I remember this. This was pretty fun, but I didn't love it. I don't know why I didn't love it, but I didn't love it. I just thought it was a fun game to play. It's a fun game to chill with. but I didn't love it that much, so I put it there probably. I put it there. FIFA 11. It was unpopular because FIFA's golden age, in my opinion, was between FIFA 10 and FIFA 15. Those 5 years were so good for FIFA games. But even though I liked the other 4, I really did not like FIFA 11. I really didn't. The other 5 actually, FIFA 10, 15 is 6 games, but I didn't like FIFA 11. I think the main reason was FIFA 10. Right, FIFA 10 for me is up here. Right, this is my favorite FIFA game of all time. Like, I love this game. It played so well. It's funny, like, this was FIFA 10, and then the South Africa game came out 2010 as well, and I loved that game. For me, those are the best 2 FIFA games. Like, and FIFA 13 as well, actually. FIFA 13 is up there. These 2 and South Africa are the top 3 FIFA games in my opinion. But FIFA 10 was so good, man. The gameplay was so unique compared to other FIFAs. It was so fun. And career mode, and it was the first game to have Ultimate Team as well. So that's pretty crazy. Back then it was a DLC that cost money to buy. But Ultimate Team was on this game for, like, you know, the first FIFA ever to do that. Then it was free a year later. But yeah, this game had a lot in it. This game was really good. The only issue was the positions. When you change player positions, the overall goes up or down, and I kind of get that, but I was just like, you can't just decrease a player's quality based on what position you put him in. Like, I move a striker to wing, and suddenly he's gone down by 5. I'm just like, why? Why? Aside from that, though, aside from those few weird things, FIFA 10 for me is the most fun FIFA to play. And then this game came out, and I just thought, what have you done? Because I loved FIFA 10 so much, so maybe there was a bias there, but FIFA 11's gameplay was so different. Like, the jump between this and this, the gameplay was so different. I'm just like, what have you done to FIFA? I did not like it. So yeah, it's not as bad as FIFA 20 though. So there we go. FIFA 13, obviously, I love this game. Absolutely loved it. I just found it so fun to play. Like, literally every game mode was fun for me. Every game mode in this game was fun for me. I really loved it. One of the best FIFA games for me. These are the top 2, and then South Africa would be 3rd. Like, this, that'd be the top 3 that I would have. FIFA 09. I liked it. I put it in a C. I like not as much FIFA 7, but I like FIFA 09. I thought it was pretty fun. I didn't love it. I actually played this after playing FIFA 10, which is kind of weird, but I actually played this after FIFA 10. But FIFA 9, I actually liked it. I thought it was fine. FIFA 12, very fun. That's in the A category for me. Finesse shots were OP though, way too OP. But I was pretty good at finesse shots on that game, so I'm not complaining exactly. But yeah, that was a pretty fun game. The FIFA 12 gave me some good memories. That was a fun game to play. I should have started YouTubing back then, like back when these games were out. That would have been so sick to make videos on, man. FIFA 15 also up here. I loved it. I had a lot of fun with this game. I thought it was interesting. Interesting? I don't know why. I always say interesting quite a lot. Like, well, what's interesting? Anyway, the point is, I love FIFA 15, and it was a really fun game to play. So it's in the A for me. Not as much FIFA 12 though. I enjoyed this one a lot more, but FIFA 15 was up there with the best FIFA games for me. FIFA 16. This is when the downfall of FIFA started, to be honest. This is when FIFA started to decline. I like FIFA 16. I thought it was fun, but I'm just saying this was the game where FIFA started to downward spiral. Like, 10 to 15 was great. Before 10 was good as well, but after 16, he just started to, like, go downwards. And FIFA 20 was just so bad. But FIFA 16, I'm gonna say at the top of C. I just actually I put it in B because I did a Pro Club series on that, and I also did a career mode, Twitter career mode, and Twitter Pro Clubs came from FIFA 16, and that's a big reason why I do YouTube, why I continue to do YouTube after that. So I'll always be grateful to those series, but that's the main reason why it's up here, because it did a lot for me in YouTube, my main channel. But yeah, as a game, it was pretty fun, but that's it, it was just pretty fun. So yeah, I haven't got much else to say on that. FIFA 08 was fun. I'll put it above 07. These games for me, I was just like, yeah, they're good. They're just good, they're just pretty fun. I don't think they're great, they're just fine. So these games are just fine to me. FIFA 17. I'm sorry, I would color code it because it looks better when it's color coded, but I can't be asked. It's a D for me. It's not bad level, but it's just like, you know, there's fun parts to it, but nah. FIFA 18 I actually enjoyed a lot. I played a lot of Ultimate Team on FIFA 18 and I loved that game, so for me FIFA 18 is in the B category, so it was kind of a comeback a little bit, but they went back down again. FIFA 19, it's in the D. I played it for 2 weeks though, so played it for 2 weeks and sold it. I sold it not because I don't like FIFA, I sold it because like Red Dead 2 and Modern Warfare came out, so I'm just like, I'm not going to play this game. So I didn't. I sold it after I made some series on it. So there we go. These two are just bad, 11 and 20. D, FIFA 17, FIFA 19. C, FIFA 8, 07, 09. I just think they're fine. B, FIFA 14, FIFA 16, and FIFA 18. FIFA 18 probably above 14 actually. Yeah, that's a good order. A, FIFA 12 and FIFA 15, and Legend, FIFA 10, FIFA 13. So there we go. So it would be bigger, but there's no, I couldn't find a proper tier list with like all the games that would have been better. So next week, I'd probably do Call of Duty, because I want to do that one as well. So this is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. When we're doing an outro, it's a personal channel. I don't need to. But anyway, goodbye.